how I decreased my total anxiety, lowered cortisol and inflammation in my body by 90% over the last year. And I'm going to give you 4 or 5 major tips that really helped me. The first one was decreasing and actually annihilating short form content consumption by myself. So one of the big things that really got me really stressed out, I found myself comparing myself to others. I found myself, just killing hours in the day, just doom scrolling. And for me, that was YouTube Shorts. And that's something that I knew I had to stop because I had like zero focus, as you know. And once you've like consumed enough, your focus is shit. You have zero energy to do anything else because you just found yourself 2 hours sitting on the couch after work, just watching videos that literally do nothing for you. They could be funny, they could be informational, they could be anything, but they would be going in one ear and straight out the other. And that was something that I knew was really causing me a lot of stress. And so the first thing I did was I just banned short form content for myself. On my computer, there are extensions where you can literally say, don't open YouTube, don't open short form content will not be able to be watched on Facebook, on Instagram, on anything on my computer. On my phone, I deleted Facebook Marketplace, things that I can easily just scroll and really do nothing, not non-productive work. But the biggest thing was I just stopped doing YouTube Shorts. I just stopped doing that. I said, okay, I can watch a video and I have to watch it all the way through. I cannot sit on my phone and I cannot actively scroll. I just have to watch the video and that's it. And even then, I would also try and refrain from just scrolling through the comments. I would just watch the video, get what I could out of it, and then move on with my life. So that's the first step. This dopamine detox I did was just decreasing, basically banishing all short form content. Do not do short form content. Prohibit that in your life and you'll already feel a lot less anxious. You won't compare yourself. You'll have more energy during the day. Your focus will be better. You will be sharper. So that's the first thing. The second thing I did was I started to track my weight and started to track my results and health results. So on this channel, I preach a lot about, getting lean because I know I've seen lean, I've seen fat, and I know the difference it is you feel in your body, in your confidence, in your charisma, in your energy that you put out to the world when you are fatter and when you are leaner. And so I took that seriously. I said, you know what, I'm gonna lose weight. I wanna drop down sub 200 at least. And at this point now in December, almost a year, I am now at 185, consistently at 185, which is awesome. That's about almost 30 pounds of weight loss. Is it all fat? Is it all muscle? I think most of it is fat. It might have been a little bit of muscle. But at the same time, I started to take control of my body weight. And when you get leaner, I promise you, you will feel so much better. Total inflammation in your body will be completely decreased because your body's not just struggling to give energy to all the parts of your body, to your muscles, and it doesn't have to go through so much shit because the fat has decreased. Your heart has to work less because it does not pump in as much oxygen to everywhere. It can go to the places quicker. And that's just like the simplest biological explanation to this and physiological explanation for this. So decrease your weight, lose weight. Everyone can lose weight. I'm not saying be completely shredded. You don't have to be an influencer. You don't have to be any of this stuff. I mean, just lose maybe 10% of your body weight because the average person is carrying well more than 10% of their body weight than they should be. So if you're 200 pounds, you could probably be 180 and you'll feel a lot better. You might have more weight to lose. That's a different thing. The lower your weight goes to the healthy extent, don't become anorexic, don't become bulimic, the better you're gonna feel. And this is just gonna bleed into every aspect of your life. So first we had dopamine detox from shorts. Second, lose weight. And to do that, you can watch my old videos and see how we did that and how I plan to continue to do that into the new year. The third thing is I literally mastered my sleep. Mastering my sleep was the game changer. And I'm just gonna give you a few practical tips because sleep is so, it's overblown right now in content and there's so many different ways you can do it. You get an 8 sleep mattress that controls your heat and cold and all this stuff. No, I just kept it simple and I kept it as stupid proof as possible, okay? So what I did, my top 3 tips on how to actually get better sleep was, number 1, I ditched the watch. I love my fucking Garmin. I love it. I love training triathlon. I love training sports. I love tracking my steps. I love tracking all this stuff. But I ditched the watch when I go to bed because I was so tied to what this thing would say of how good my sleep was. And I was getting in the 70s and I was getting lower sometimes and that just really messed up with my psyche. and my psychological was being affected, and that was causing me stress. Going to bed was causing me stress. Waking up was causing me stress. If my watch said I had a 70 sleep, then I thought I was going to perform 70% of the way I could. And so I just threw the watch. I just took it off before I go to bed. That way you're not getting the light. That way you're not checking the time in bed. You're not checking how much sleep you got. It doesn't matter. The second thing is I slept on a schedule. I went back to the basics. I just set a bedtime for myself. And by doing that, I consistently wake up without an alarm every single day. No matter if my shift starts at 7 a.m. or it starts at 10 a.m., I wake up at 5:30 every single day, because my sleep schedule and specifically my sleep time has been dialed in. So my sleep time is about 9:30. By 8:50, I'm like my eyes are getting heavy. So at this point, so having that sleep schedule, you will become better. So set yourself a sleep bedtime reminder, okay? And, people say, don't look at YouTube, don't watch anything, avoid screens an hour before sleep. I honestly haven't even done that. I feel like I've gone close to 9 o'clock and have been on my phone, and that's been totally fine. But because I sleep at the exact same time, that has significantly helped me get better sleep. And the third thing is not for everybody, but I think everyone can get to this point, and that is sleeping on the floor. This is a video all in itself, but sleeping on the floor, and not directly on the floor. I'm not like a monk or anything like that, but I don't have a bed. And so I have a futon that I had from an old couch that I put on the floor, on the hardwood floor in our apartment. And that has allowed my muscles and everything to relax and me to feel better, even getting out of bed. Just the act of standing up off the floor to wake up wakes me up. And that makes me more energetic through the day. It makes me feel better. Okay, so we'll talk about sleeping on the floor and all its benefits and all that stuff later. But these are my 3 biggest tips that I think are going to help you. So again, ditch the watch, ditch anything that tracks your sleep. Have a bedtime that you go to bed, within a half an hour span every night. Third is sleep on the floor, okay? And this just like all these 3 things alone have just like significantly reduced the amount that I think about life and everything and all my optimization of everything in my life. And that has helped me lose weight, helped me become a better partner, become more present in my daily life, and has allowed me to feel so much better. And so I want to go back to, losing weight. And one of the other ways is that you don't think so much about how you look. And that's a weird thing, because like at the same time, like I'm tracking and I'm taking pictures every single day, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm not losing. I don't have abs yet. I don't have all these things, but it's how you feel in your clothes. So like clothes, I won't find myself like pulling my shirt off me because it's too close to me. I feel constricted. I feel all these things. And that's another way that I knew that I was reducing inflammation in my body, because I didn't feel so bloated. I didn't feel disgusting waking up. I didn't feel like stress. I didn't have headaches. I didn't have any of the symptoms that I had in January of this year, okay? And then the 4th thing I think would be exercise. And that's just finding exercise that works for you. You don't have to hit the gym. You don't have to do triathlon. You can do whatever you enjoy. It could be walks, it could be rowing, it could be yoga, meditation, whatever it is. Just some sort of movement, breaking a little bit of a sweat, even just going to the sauna and just spending some time in there just feels like your body is expelling all the gunk and stuff that you've put in your body. Now, there's more things that you could do, but I think these are 4 fine tips that will really help you out. We can talk about alcohol and drugs and caffeine and other things that increase my stress when I do those things. But these 4 tips I think will save you a lot of time, will help you decrease your inflammation, get you leaner, make you feel more sexy, more happy, more charismatic, you'll have more zest for life. And I wanted to keep that simple. It's a 9-minute video, my bad. Anyways, I hope this video resonates with you. I hope if you just take even one of these things and just try and work on it for the next week, this will help you out and decrease your anxiety, decrease how much you think. And if you like that, always remember to rep the set. Like, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.